So would you say Boulder or actually let's go Denver or Colorado in general? Would you say it's more collaborative, or would you think that it's like kind of political? Like, do people like working together in the EDM in the dance scene?
I mean, everything's political to a certain sense, right? You have to have a certain ego about yourself. Like, I'm a hippie away that like I like to bring something to everybody, bro. Like, I really don't care, man. I like to work with everybody from small to, advanced, because I feel like I'm more of a teacher in this way that it's small. Sometimes, you don't have time for that, but like, yeah. I would say like, most of the time I enjoy working with like people who are maybe just not, gotten to the level of production that maybe I have or something like that. It's fun. But, I would say there's definitely a sense of politics in Colorado, but definitely not as much as like LA, New York, Miami, or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so dance might not be as politicky as it is in somewhere else, but do you think that the rap scene fucks with y'all?
Bro.
I do.
I mean, nigga, I don't give a fuck,
I know. But it would be cool if they did more.
That would be dope, but like I rap, right? So like, it's like, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't really need another nigga to fuck with me to make the music that I want to make.
True.
Humbly.
That's the producer. That's a producer on any level, not just dance or rap or whatever you make. You never feel like you need somebody else, because it's also autonomous and independent and one person, right? But that's because of the time you've put in. How many? I know you're past your 10,000 hours. How many hours would you say that you've wasted while learning how to produce music?
Wasted tons, bro.
People forget about that part.
Yeah, dog. So many hours wasted. Just not even fucking like understanding basic workflow. Mm-hmm. For me, was my biggest. It was definitely my biggest hang up. Like trying to get that down, and it's the hours I spent just like spinning in a circle, staying in an 8-bar loop, trying to think that this is the best thing ever. And then you make it, and you're like, by the time you arrange the song out, you're like, what was I even doing with this thing, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, lots of hours.
And I think you told me recently, Ableton kind of has its own processes to help with that, right? What were you saying? It's like song view, what is it?
Arrangement view and there's session view. So there's two different views. Like, I mean, if you're playing instruments live, instrumentation, session views for you, you can look at it and kind of like track as things are being added in to each session. Now, arrangement view is where most people like, in the space that don't like play anything in are going to be, well, I mean, you're just in there anyway, most of the time. Let's just go with that.
The playlist.
Yeah. And from there, you can, it helps the workflow a bunch. I mean, but like, markers are going to be the thing that for me, I changed how I used to produce. Okay, I want to get here, so I'm writing a song already without even knowing how to write a song, I'm like organizing it. And that's how you get better at writing a song. You gotta write a bunch.
The drop is the end goal.
The drop, okay, I'm gonna start with a drop, 8 bars or whatever. That's how long this guy's drop is. And then, or, 16 bars here, I wanna do this. And then I'm gonna work backwards or I'm gonna work forwards,
That seems so simplistic, but when you're fucking 18 years old and you just sat down to a computer for the 3rd time in a row, ever, you know what I mean? Like, you just start to overthink shit.
Definitely, bro. I mean, truly every, industry professional at the time that I was learning would tell me, yo, just take a reference track and do that, right? I found the problem was for me when I first started producing is my reference tracks sounded way too much like the tracks that I was making. And I'm like, dog, I just don't want to do this. But like, it's truly like, it's smart, especially if you don't know how to write a song. Like you don't play any instruments or you just don't know anything about basic song arrangement. Like when you're starting, that's how we do. You got to make sure that,
it teaches you like sound selection.
Yeah,
almost.
Sound selection. You're going to realize you have to spend like lots of years in picking very bad sounds to understand how to pick a good sound.
It took me so long.
Yeah.
You don't understand that until you can really do it.
Until you know what a bad sound is. Yeah. Like you really just gotta be like, damn. Because like when you stop lying to yourself, the first 15 tracks you make, you're like, damn, it's hitting. When it's really just not, And then you compare it to the song and you're lying to yourself. I mean, at least I don't know about a lot of other people, but for me, maybe it's just my mind didn't know what good was yet, but like I would tell myself that, oh, it's okay, it's like that, and then eventually you get to the point where you're just like, damn, no, it's not there.